All right, welcome. So let's connect to our deep Ujjayi breath. Align the skull bones over sit bones. And feel the shoulders soften away from the ears. Feel the hands relax on your legs or your lap. And we'll just begin by feeling breath in and through the core of our being. So we are sensing that interior space of our body. And we may just start to notice if arriving in center of body or arriving inside the body is smooth, or if it feels a little scattered or challenging. The arrival here organizes or has an organizing influence on our entire body mind. So I'll put to us, do we most want to live from our deepest depth or our most agitated periphery or surface? From where do we take our seat? And let's feel the breath there. We'll begin our pranayama through our hands. So just select one hand, palm facing away from navel. And we'll lightly draw the littlest finger back. Inhale into the sides of the ribs. Exhaling, send that heel of palm away from your shoulder as you lightly draw that littlest finger back. The ring finger. And taking one deep breath per digit. And so, as we are working at the periphery of our body, our fingertips, our hands, can you still feel your breath innermost, centralmost? Is there a connection between your hand and this core as depth? Using your breath to start to get anchored in that core. And just keep moving through all the digits on this hand. And of course, through the other hand. So each and every breath becomes an inquiry into depth. And with each and every one of these poses, we'll be able to investigate periphery, this kind of outermost or most superficial layer of our physical body. So with our mindfulness, our conscious feeling awareness, we'll be weaving, right, core to periphery. If you need to switch the cross of your legs, do so now. We'll be moving into alternate nostril breathing. I'm going to start with the left hand. So left hand thumb will gently close the left nostril. Inhale through the right. I will start with just a very tiny hold. Exhaling out the left. Inhaling through the left. Just enough moments it takes to put the thumb down, to raise the ring finger up. That's all the hold we'll work with for now. Exhale out the right. And we'll continue on in this pattern. The hold is just the time it takes to put one finger down slowly, lifting the other finger up slowly. You don't even need to count. And when we move in these gradual ways, I think that we'll find that depth can be discoverable quite easily. So you can incrementally slow down that hold transition. So the holds start to last a beat, a heartbeat, or more longer. And throughout our practice, I'll just keep reminding us about this depth, this perceptual depth of our body. The presumption that we begin with is that this may not be where our habit takes us. And so there's a great likelihood we are shifting an attentional habit by perceiving, or at least asking, how much more deeply can I perceive in my body? Let's say the next time you exhale out the right nostril will pause. We'll straighten out the right leg and bend the left knee as you see fit, foot in front of groin or foot behind groin. So we'll do 3 moves or 3 arm positions here. And we'll start with left hand reaching down and away from the ear. So allowing the head to relax a little bit to the right. Inhale the chest away from the pelvis. Exhaling out, reach through those fingertips, relaxing the left side jaw, the left side throat. This little neck stretch, this neck release we do frequently, can give us a really easy sense of kind of the superficial structures of the neck and the head. So this is perfect. Breathing into those structures, those scalenes, the jaw joint, the nerves that innervate the teeth, and the eye and the ear. Learn if you can breathe and sense underneath those structures, as if breath is moving up and underneath the scalenes and the jaw joint. As if breath is moving from the core of your throat, and out through those vocal folds and neck muscles. Chest opener. Leaving the head to just hang out and relax. Inhale, draw the left arm up, almost vertical. And then exhaling out, reach the entire left arm, lifting the weight of arm away from the rib cage. Feeling from the depth of heart up and under the shoulder girdle. How breath starts to permeate the shoulder socket. Softening any tension through the back of the skull or the temples. And reaching now this left arm overhead by smoothly wrapping the shoulder into a side bend over this right leg. Now feeling that depth of breath moving from the core, the center of heart, underneath the chest wall and the rib cage, underneath the spine bones. So it's just a little clever way to situate deeply internally, to feel underneath these structures. And inhale, bring that left hand down to the ground. Push, walk your torso back upright. And we'll switch sides. So with the left leg out, the right knee bent as you see fit. The neck release. So outreaching the right arm. The left hand is posting up. Head and neck relaxed. If you can feel the neck and the jaw, the skin, that's wonderful. There's this precious, precious body. Now feeling your breath arrive in those structures. Beneath those structures. In the exact same space as those structures. There you go. And we can linger with this. It might even feel really good. A homecoming. All right, chest opener. We'll smoothly raise the right arm up. Exhaling, lift the weight of arm away from the ribs. We start to get a sense of the chest muscles and the skin and the... Can you feel your breath beneath that stretch, underneath the skin, richly under the skin? And side bend, smoothly, smoothly, moving the top arm, the right arm, wrapping the shoulder, getting the shoulder blade to move, keeping that head, that neck really soft. Inhaling, bring that right hand down to the ground. And from there, you can walk your trunk back upright. Let's lie on our back. And get that breath discovered even lower in the body. So from lying, we'll pick the feet off the ground for elbow to knee. So with the head fully supported by the hands, inhale into the low back. Elevate the head and the shoulder blades just a little bit. Curl tailbone. Now exhale, reach the left leg out. If I reach straight up, it's the most easy for the back, but also the abdominals. If I reach it out on a 45, it's a little more taxing. Pull low belly down on the abdominals. Inhale, bend that left knee. Curl tailbone, exhale, right leg out, reach. All the way to the foot, all the way to the periphery, pull low belly down. Inhale, bending right knee. So we're all familiar with these, curling tailbone, exhaling out, reaching through the left. Active foot, feeling that space of the foot, continuous with the space of the calf. Pull low belly down. Inhaling into that abdomen. Curling tailbone, exhaling out, reaching through the right thigh. This feeling is that space of the abdomen continuous with the space of the thigh. Pull low belly down. So we'll do 4 more on each side. We'll do those at our own pace. So please continue. Feel it just a little bit. Yep. Now keep those lifted. Our deep and our dynamic breath moves all these structures, these ligamentous structures around the spine. So we just kind of keep in mind that us raising the head and the shoulder blades up is just partially it's an assist so we can feel those structures in the back of our body. Looks like we're complete. Great. Find your roll. Place it between your legs. And let's give ourselves enough room to our left and our right to allow for a gate opener separating the legs. So this will be a 2-part abdominal. Inhale into the low back. Just finding out, can I feel breath on the left side of my spine and the right side of my spine? And squeeze the roll. Curl tailbone, a very tiny move. Exhale the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. Get all the way empty. We can play on empty, and I'll pull the belly down. Take your left hand, hold the roll in place. Inhale, legs apart. Yeah, so actually just kind of hold or press it right against those pubic bones, because now as I exhale, if I can feel that pubic bone and roll pressure, I can actually guide my abdominal muscles to kind of turn on a little differently. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bring the legs together, placing the head all the way down as a form of rest. Hold that breath, squeeze the roll, curling tailbone. Exhale, head and shoulders uplift. Now reach up through the legs. Get all the way empty, pulling low belly down. As a way of feeling deep, 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 deep in that belly. Right hand on roll, inhale, legs apart. Exhaling, curling tailbone. Reach, 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 reach. Pull low belly down. Inhaling into that low belly, bringing legs together, setting head down. Now as we continue, squeeze the roll, curl tailbone. Exhale the head and the shoulder blades. How deeply can you perceive in your body? Pull the low belly down. That will give us one way, at least through that abdominal region. Depth. There you go. Left hand to roll. Inhale, legs apart. And just, there we go, right here. Exhaling, curling tailbone. Now track with the belly. There's a good chance that abdomen can help us feel some inches. Oh, don't worry about that. It's just continue. So part one of it is squeezing, reaching legs up, and part two of it is legs apart. Track with that belly. It's a profound way to, on empty, or to guide our feeling awareness into a depth of abdomen, a depth of pelvis. We'll take about 4 more breaths. 4 more of these abdominals. All right. Let's set that down. We'll use a block for setting up bridge. The block is optional, but it's helpful. When the feet are aligned and parallel, about hip width, connect to breath, feeling that in the depth of your abdomen. All those abdominals were showing us. We're just showing our interior to ourselves in this process. Exhale, the tailbone shifts toward the sky, the buttock lifts, the spine lifts. Everyone discovers this stuff differently, and all I can do is just offer one set of observations, and on the kind of personal observation, our interiors, right? That's where we sense thoughts and feelings and beliefs. It's that invisible stuff that we can't really point to, like a door or a ceiling. And I find that as we investigate those interiors, thoughts, feelings, sensations, the beliefs, that structurally our interiors start to feel more transparent. There's a mobility, there's a fluidity. That quality of space seems to come up more and more as we contact or acknowledge, that's feeling, that's belief, that's tension, that's emotion. So we get a whole new perceptual sense in our body as we're willing to contact and investigate our interiors. Apply that block whenever you want underneath the sacrum. Unlocking the hip. We'll pick the right ankle up off the ground, crossing it over the thigh. Now flex that right foot so the little toe can just hook on to the outer thigh. Just gives it a little Velcro latch. Inhaling into right side pelvis. And try this out, Joy. Put a little more oomph into that left foot. So as you press that left heel down, can you feel your left cheek, your left back leg muscles turning on? And I'm not sure, maybe it's the block that's not at its tallest setting, which you might want to, if you can get that block the 9-inch, the tallest way, I think that's the most helpful. There you go, Vijay. Reaching out through both thighs. So sense with your breath the interior, the space, the shape of your pelvis. Feeling inside, behind the sacral bones, in between the hip bones. Okay. And we'll set that right foot down. Remaining connected to breath. We'll switch sides. That right foot pressing really vibrantly. Picking the left foot up, ankle over thigh. Inhale, drawing the chest bones away from the pelvis. Exhaling, reaching the thigh bone away from the chest bones, away from the block. And then can we feel the breath behind the upper back bones as they lift, as they're encouraged to move away from that block? Can you feel the breath encouraging those upper back bones as if away from the block? Actually creating a more articulation, more kind of that arch space between your spine and the ground. Your spine and that block. There you go. That's it, Lauren. That's it. Good. We'll set the left foot on the ground. We'll remain in bridge. There's one more item. Once that left foot feels amply planted, I'm going to pick legs straight up towards sky. Sue. Was that right foot? Inhale, draw that right knee toward the chest. Exhaling. If you have the capacity today to straighten the knee, engage those leg muscles. Engage the quad. Reach up through the heel and the ball of the foot. Then, under those circumstances of high muscular engagement, start to draw that leg toward your ear. Now, left leg, you've got a similarly strong task. Press down through that left heel and send that left thigh bone away from your nose. Setting right foot down. Get a good footing where you can feel the heel contact the earth, the ball mount of the foot. And now inhale the left knee toward your chest. Exhaling, lifting this left leg. If you have the capacity to straighten the knee, engage those leg muscles. It'll help with the warmth. And it's just good to explore those end ranges of the joint. Press up through the left heel and the ball of the left foot. And even with all of this attentional and feeling awareness of the edge of our body, the foot, the leg, the muscles, the knee. Can you sense the depth of breath moving from the core and spreading to the muscles, spreading through the pelvis, lifting the chest away from the block? Good. Let's set that left foot down to the ground. Press. Now your legs are a little more turned on. Press the butt off the block. Let's move the block. And we'll begin our descent. feeling the upper back, feeling the mid back. So that'll be yeah. All right, turn over. Let's set up a little dolphin. Little shoulder love. We've got the elbows under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, forearms out in front. And when your neck feels supremely soft, relaxed, exhale, the knees off the ground. Okay. Left heel. If it doesn't touch the ground, that's all right. Reach it for the ground anyway. Use your right foot toes wrap around your left heel. And now inhaling, smoothly raise the right foot off that heel. And now you're working both legs in kind of contrary directions. So still actively reach that left heel at the ground, engaging that quadricep. So you feel that left leg moving at the ground as the right leg actively moves away from the left heel. So our right leg is up, our left foot is finding the ground. So I'm actively separating the legs. It's not just a right leg move, it's a both legs move. That's it, Marissa, that's it. It's a different challenge to work both those legs. That's fantastic, that's fantastic. Now let's set that right foot down. We'll stay in dolphin as best as possible. Sink that right heel toward the earth. Use the left foot to assist it. So I'm active through my right leg. My left foot provides a little assist. This is cool that you're turning on those, go right into those calf muscles. Keeping the neck really soft. Now we elevate that left leg. Give you a little different assist here. Oftentimes when we experience fear or suddenness or shock, something comes up suddenly, I find that there's a tendency to exit, to get attentionally redistributed more toward the surface of our body, even the outside of our body. And so by staying in these poses and feeling that little slow percolation, we'll set the left foot down, but stay in dolphin. We give ourselves a chance to reroute, to actually change that pattern if we like that notion. So what would that be like? I'm in dolphin, might be a little trembling. I might start to feel that, oh my gosh, I kind of need to. Can I choose to feel more deeply? Can I choose to examine what's depth like in my body right now? And then gently set knees down. These are just inquiries. You don't have to engage any of them. They're here for you. All right. We'll be using a wall. And I'd like to show you or remind us, this is it appears to be forearm balance, but it's a chest opener. And there's two ways that we can approach it. One is if you're kicking up, and the other is if you're not kicking up. For this, I'll clasp my hands so my arms and my hands create a tripod. Ensure the knuckles are very close to the wall. And when you kick up, you're sliding the heels up, the tailbone up, as you're settling the butt toward the wall, relaxing the neck. So all of that arching the chest away from our bridge block, that's what comes into play. I'm kind of lifting and moving my chest away from the wall. Now, let's say you're not kicking up. That's all right, turn it around. You have to create it a little differently with the feet up the wall. But now I have to arch the chest more at the wall as I lift my butt away from my chest. We'll go for about 8 breaths. So sustain, here we go. Help yourself to a little section of wall. And we're on freestyle time, so if you need me to say anything or show anything again, just let me know. Remember, it looks like forearm balance, but it's a chest opener. Good. Squeeze elbows together, Vijay. Even if they don't move, getting those chest muscles to work would be a little nicer on those, be nice on those shoulder joints. Push down through the hands. A common thing I'll see is pressure through the elbow, but not through the hands. Push all the way down through those littlest palm fingers. There you go. And I have to push through those hands as I'm moving my butt toward the wall. There you go. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Like I got to get both and hand pressure and butt lean. Bring those elbows in a little bit more. I hand pressure down as if I might straighten my elbows. That's a lot of hand pressure. Push, push, push. It's a lot of triceps. Yeah. I find that too. If I can activate that, like I want to straighten out the elbows, that much tricep, my shoulders behave so much differently under this load. That's it, Lauren, that's it, that's it. Good. Now keep sliding, reaching those legs up and up and up. That's it, Lauren, that's it. The hands press down, the legs glide up. Yes, 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 yes. Give yourself just a moment or more. There's no rush, but if you are done, we can move away from the wall. Get one more round in. All right. So once we're at a working spot, let's stand at the top of our mat. If you found some little motions in that upper spine and in that chest wall with that last move, that chest opener, can you feel your breath underneath the chest wall? Can you feel your breath in that heart space between the spine and the chest wall? There it is. Exactly, Lauren. Exactly. Exactly. So we keep attuning today to depth. Is there another layer? Is there another deeper layer from which I can perceive? It's a little bit like treading in a lake near the shore, and you keep swimming and walking out, and you're not quite sure when the drop-off is. That's this kind of practice. Kind of floating, reaching with our foot. Where's that drop-off? Where's that new depth? Cheer pose. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up. And as you lift the arms up, lift the chest up. Exhaling, fold forward, softening the neck, the eyes. Monkey. Inhale, the collar away from the lap. Sliding the shoulders away from the neck. Exhaling, step back, and let's lower all the way down to the ground. Here, we'll work shoulder shrugs. I'm going to squeeze my ankles together. If you like a block between your ankles, the nice addendum. Hands off to the side of the shoulders. All right. Where are you, block? There we go. Inhale, float the hands, the chest, the elbows a little bit off the ground. And I'm working this a lot like that chest opener. Exhaling, I squeeze the upper back. I'm pressing out through the feet. As I squeeze the middle back, I'm reaching those thigh bones back. Squeeze the bottom tips, keeping tailbone shifted toward earth. Again, inhale. Exhaling, squeeze the tops of the blades and the middle parts. Keep pressing those legs back. Bottom tips of shoulder blades. Final one, inhale. And exhale, top blade squeeze, middle blade squeeze, pressing those legs back. Bottom tips of blades. And settling the chest and the feet down. Inhale, hands under chest. Exhale, downward dog. Soften neck. Wrapped shoulders. And all of that area that you'd just been squeezing, where it still may be sensitive. Can you feel your breath underneath those back muscles that you just squeezed? And know what we're doing as you breathe underneath those squeezed muscles. You're for this moment, we're residing, we're visiting the back of the heart. We are in the back of our heart. Note what it feels like as we situate in the back of the heart, under the skin of the back, beneath the muscles and the structure of wrapped shoulders. Inhaling, step the right foot forward, warrior two. Exhaling, glide the shoulders down away from the ears. Press out through the leg bones. Reach out through the fingertips. Connect breath to core. We'll be working on locking the shoulder. We'll just do one at a time. Right elbow in front of right shoulder. The left hand can just hang out. Open up that right hand and palm, inhale into the upper back. Exhale, glide the right shoulder away from the ear. Draw the right shoulder blade down the back. Scooping that right sit bone down and reach the elbow forward. Good. Inhale into the back wall of your ribs. Exhaling again, shoulder down, the blade down. Tweeze that elbow inwardly as you reach elbow forward. Okay. Take your left palm, put it on your inner elbow. Inhale. Exhale, take the shoulder down away from the neck. Grab your tissues here. Squeeze your elbow into your palm and reach elbow forward. There you go. I feel a little stretchy in the back. Okay, breathe right into that stretchy area. 2 more breaths. Keep reaching that right elbow forward. There it is. And release. Inhaling, we'll set the hands down and the left knee down. If you need any extra padding, just flip it in there. And there's blankets. You want some? Gotcha. Knee. So take the lunge that's not too far forward. We don't want to just dump and compress our back. And we're reaching the right elbow up. Okay. Take your left hand and cap the elbow. I'm not shoving the elbow down. I'm not pushing. But my left palm is really here, more as like a target against which I'm pushing up. Okay, so inhale into that right side shoulder, it's like half of an archer. Exhale, reach the right elbow up into the left palm. Wrap the right shoulder. Use that left hand to encourage that rotation of the right arm bone. But I'm mostly moving the right elbow up into the palm. The cap, the hand capping the elbow, just prevents it from being too much of a stretch and just helps us get those muscle fibers a bit more articulate and working. Ooh, there you go, right in that armpit, huh? It's a little zingy in there. There you go. And release. Left hand, grab left ankle, heel to butt lunge. Good, relaxing the back of the tongue muscle, kind of where the jaw joint is. Mm-hmm. And there may be a lot of surface level phenomena. Can you feel your breath beneath that? Can you feel your breath inside of that? Exactly. And did you feel how you started to shift internally? How the body's much, almost larger. There's a vastness when we go in and almost beneath. There's more options, there's more room, there's more play. There's more mystery. Release. We'll set that left foot down. Inhale the hands to the ground. Exhaling. Now step back, lower, all the way down. Cobra, shifting the tailbone toward the earth. Reaching the legs back. Inhale, pull. Moving abdomen away from thighs. Chest bones away from abdomen. Exhaling, lower, downward dog. And there's a warrior two. We got some shoulder stuff, some lunge stuff. Inhale your left foot forward. Warrior two. Exhaling, shifting the tailbone slightly down. Opening up the hands. And again, feeling core. You'll start to notice it with each remembrance, like, oh, my core, there's that center, there's that depth. With each remembrance, we're starting to kind of adjust the bell curve of our attentional and habitual distribution. Start plotting a few more moments in the center and the depth of our person. Start pulling a few more plot points away from the surface level distractions or the being outside of our body or not even in our body. It starts to have a reorganizing effect. Unlocking the shoulder, left side. We got the left elbow in front of the left shoulder. The right arm can just hang out for a moment. Inhale. Can you feel breath under that left side shoulder girdle? Exhale, shoulder down, blade down, elbow forward. Good, press out through those legs. There you go. Inhaling again into the back wall. Exhaling, take that left shoulder away from the neck. Pull that left shoulder blade down. Reach. As that elbow moves forward, the shoulder blade slips to a new position on the ribs. Place your right palm to the inside of the elbow. Inhale. And then as you exhale, move that left elbow forward. I'm just gonna move like the shoulder skin layers. Okay, now breathing into that back wall. There you go. Good, right into those back. There you go. And release. We'll set our right knee down. Cushion is nice because we're here for a couple. So cushion that right knee. And half archer. So half archer is the left half of archer, and our right palm caps the elbow. Yeah, I'm not shoving the arm down. I'm just, it's an upper limit again, through which I won't go. As I press up through that left elbow, wrapping the left shoulder, steadying through the legs. So as I'm wrapping and moving and reaching through that left arm, some of you will start to feel how the torso, the entire torso, may swivel a little bit. So I push down through the legs, anti-swivel. And breathing into that back wall. So that left shoulder blade and that left arm can move without twisting the rib cage to the right. Right here. Aha, there we go. You feel those layers. It's layers of slide and glide. It's in the way. My body's in the way. And release. All right, heel to butt lunge. Right hand, grab right ankle. So again, there's this little bit of a tendency to let the ribs kind of turn or weather vein to the right. So a little anti-weather vein. I'm gonna just very lightly intone my right hip bone, move a little closer to my left knee. That's all. We're just inquiring, is there another layer? Is there a depth component here? One of the beautiful, beautiful things about this kind of human developmental movement into these interiors, I find, is that it's a move from being really efficient into a move that honors and explores depth. Right? There's this move from efficiency to depth. And so we just want to give ourselves the moments to develop that. Can I sense depth? Are there layers to this? There you go. I think we find that we're in our bodies in a very different way than what's the quickest fix? How do I get rid of X? Good, let's release. Now, even if you hadn't, find your block and let's ensure the block at the foot of the mat is between the legs. So when we lower, our ankles have something to grab. And we're interlacing the hands for boat. Now I know there may be one or a few of us that have need a little more like muscular contraction or sacral assist. So you can always use the fingertips on the bottom of your butt. Okay, so. Inhale, float the chest off the ground as you squeeze the block. Exhale, press the block away from your head. So getting those legs as active, as lengthening, as energized to uncompress the low back. So not only am I squeezing the legs, I'm pushing them straight back, straightening them so my entire pelvis repositions. Now, is there a depth here? Can I feel behind the chest wall? Can I feel inside that abdominal space? Underneath the spine, inside the spine. And release. Good. Inhale, hands under chest. Exhaling, downward dog. So now we'll have a moment to set up full archer in lunge. So inhale, step the right foot forward. Now, if you need some supplies, you can grab your strap, set up your archer. But in a moment from now, I'll have us press the back knee off the ground. Okay, so we'll set the archer up first. Oops, did we step left foot forward first? Let's step the left foot forward first, by mistake. I'm spinning around here like a carnival. Left foot forward first. We'll do both sides, I promise. All right, we got our left foot forward. Let's go left elbow up, right elbow down. So you get your archer with your prop or your hands, curl the back toes under. And when all is ready, shifting that tailbone, press the knee off the ground. Inhaling, arcing the chest bones toward the sky. We did that move in bridge, lifting and lifting and lifting. Exhaling, intoning a little bit that right hip toward the left knee. Yep. Now I can wrap my shoulder, my left shoulder blade, reaching up through that left arm. And often when there's a lot of energy, a lot of experience, kind of roaring through our body as conduit, sometimes we get a little surfaced. We get a little attentionally displaced. And so the inquiry is, can I come back to center? Can I breathe in and through my core? Can I reorganize through the core and the depth of my being? Yes, yes, yes. Nice, nice. There it is. There it is. And now this intensity isn't something that I'm trying to push off to the side, but it's now there and I can exist with it. Let's release. Gently, gently set that right knee down. Left foot, walk it across for pigeon. And here's the wonderful thing, the pose doesn't make us go deeply. That is 100% choice. Right? Would I choose to feel depth? A kind of spatiality about the body. Would I choose to inhabit that depth? To live in and live from that depth? Inhale, let's walk the hands under the shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. So we're working Archer in lunge. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Now you may need or like setting the knee down as you set up your Archer, but just know we'll be pressing the knee back up. Just in case you like the steadiness of activating this against something, you can press as much as you care. There you go. And so I can lightly intone left hip toward right knee. There's that button. Inhale, lifting the chest bones away from the leg muscles. So in our bridge, we're getting that chest to lift, to move, to grow away from the pelvis. That's it, that's it, that's it. And I wrap that right shoulder. I'll reach up to the right shoulder and the arm, pick the chest up another millimeter or 5. Nice, nice, nice. Good. And if we're here just 2 or 3 more breaths, is there a depth component here? That's it, Rissa. That's it. Good, reach all the way up to that right arm. Debbie, there you go, lift. Lift the ribs, lift the chest. Nice, nice. Release, softly, softly. Set knee to ground, and we set up pigeon, walking the right foot across the mat, lying the shin down. For that depth to become a new habit, it's helpful to choose visiting it again and again and again. Inhaling, hands under shoulders. And when we exhale, we'll press back, downward dog. And let's gently set the knees down. We'll take a seat. Shoelace. You select the side. And we'll do 2 rounds of a very slow exhalation into Uddiyana. So we'll instead of whooshing the breath out, we're just going to take a patient exhale and let that exhale lead us right into Uddiyana, which, recall, is pulling the belly in and back and up. So I want you to set your hands up where your trunk feels tallest. For some people, they like just behind the hips, pressing down, vertically tall. I'm going to take a slight pitch just so I can work what is this, like a 10 or a 20 degree fold. I don't want to fold more than that, but that's what I want. With the feet active, lengthy exhale. You can go out through the nose. And when you reach empty, lower chin, draw belly in, back, and up. Release the belly. There need not be any gasp or you don't have to push for this move. We're just letting that belly, that low belly structure, kind of condense and contract and take us literally inside our body. Let's do one more. Exhaling through the nose. Pressing with the fingertips. Drawing the belly in and riding that belly motion. So we arrive somewhere in that deep abdominal depth. When you release, switch sides. And we'll do 2 last breath rounds like so before Shavasana. So at your pace, just exhaling out the nose. Letting the hands keep you lengthy through core. Drawing the belly in and back, in towards center. And having released, unwind the legs, Shavasana. You're always welcome to rest with legs up wall or propped up. And we know that nothing is required to explore depth but choice. Maybe some curiosity. This practice helps us remember how everything returns to source of fertile depth, mystery, and possibility. We've drawn from this deep, deep well of possibility and formless mystery. And it gives us just a little tangle of solid certainty. And we practice feeling that return. All moves back to source. When you're ready, turn to a side. And use hands to press up. Namaste.